All right, so we are back.
Hey.
Where'd we go?
Music?
From Broken News.
Ah.
We're back.
Oh, this is
Oh my God!
This is Bad Religion.
This is Bad Religion. This is like
Yeah.
one of the saddest songs ever. It's like, there's an old lady sitting on a park bench, eating candy canes, and it's not even Christmas. I'm like, oh, that's sad.
I almost got into a fist fight at a Bad Religion concert
I was surprised.
because they were opening for Blink-182.
Oh, yeah.
How sad.
And, like, Blink-182, but, like, this kid goes, well, Blink-182 is a better band. And I was like,
Oh no.
I'm going to fucking hit you as hard as I can.
Them's fighting words.
Oh.
I got into an actual fist fight at an Oingo Boingo concert
Well, yeah.
at
That's
the original
It's
Salt
not
Palace.
a dead man's party.
Who could ask for more? I could.
I can ask for more.
Hang on. Was that the first show?
It was like the Halloween. There was that Halloween show that was like
Oh, okay.
Oingo Boingo and PIL and
Oh, good show.
yeah.
Good
And I was
show.
all whipped up and I fucking brawled.
PIL got you whipped up, right? Couldn't have been Boingo. I know that.
No, it was like a guy pushed me wrong and I just fucking socked him.
Wow.
Anyway.
Can you push somebody right?
Yeah,
Yes.
you can.
Yeah.
You push them with love.
Don't touch me.
that looked pretty right to me.
I look pretty white. Remember to text the word Geek Show, one word, Geek Show, to 33986. And we are now on Google Play. Yay! Don't forget that, along with Stitcher and, of course, iTunes.
Just
We
fuck
also
with us on the internet.
we
And,
can also telegraph the show to you if you have an old-timey telegraph machine.
And don't forget to buy our merchandise, geekshowpodcast.com.
Don't
It's
these Geek Show fit tanks look dope?
under merchandise, and that's where you'll be entering the realm of Excitable James, ladies and gentlemen.
It's merch with a mouth.
Yes, our merch with a mouth.
Yep.
Yes, there he
Using
is.
it
Well,
wisely.
it's not much of a mouse.
Use it sparingly.
There he goes,
He's
breaking
way-
breaking the fourth wall and everything.
He's
Yeah,
way more excitable when he doesn't have a mic.
That's true.
Yeah.
But
he's silently giggling to himself.
he's the guy who he helps make money for everybody here. So because that's where the proceeds from the merchandise go to, is these guys here. So
His code name is Best Friend.
it is. But he has been perusing the internet on our Facebook page.
Oh.
Where people have been submitting questions through the Facebook page. We're on Geek Show. We're on Twitter as well. Yeah.
My old arch nemesis.
So,
Facebook.
James, questions for the panelists.
Let's do this.
All right, this first one's from Nerdy at Home Dad.
Mr.
That's James Estrada.
Senor Estrada.
Who makes some of the greatest costumes for his kid.
Yes.
He
Peter,
says,
like fucking Peter Porker Spider Ham.
He did that and his Rocket Raccoon.
The raccoon
yeah.
was great.
Still just, yeah.
he says, "Hey guys,
Hi.
if you could eat dinner with one comic book character, who would it be?"
One comic book character.
Can I start?
Go ahead.
Swamp Thing, because he produces his own hallucinogenic mushrooms.
Nice.
And you are a
choice.
vegan.
And I am a vegan.
Okay, so
I would say
if you but if you were to, could you eat him?
Well, if he gave forth voluntarily,
Yeah,
yeah.
if
I
I'd
was-
be willing.
Okay, all right.
Have dinner with any character?
Comic book
Yeah,
character.
yeah.
I know
All
who
right,
I'm
I got to
choosing.
think about it.
Oh, he's going. Jimmy.
Marissa Tomei is Aunt May.
Hey, wait a
Oh,
minute.
guy.
Well,
That's
now
dessert.
we're bringing.
That's
I'm
dessert.
not stupid.
Now we're bringing movie character
That's dessert.
into it. I think he's.
Yeah, because
Well, I can't read.
you don't want to go out with comic book Aunt May after dinner.
Bullshit.
And
Gilf. That's a gilf
you have
right
some
there.
You have
That's-
some prunes for dinner?
I'm sorry, that's a gugilf.
Let me change those depends for you and get down and dirty.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Honestly,
I'm working on it.
No.
I take you someplace you ain't been since the Korean War.
Stop talking. Stop talking.
I think I would probably go with.
Huh?
I don't. There's so many choices. Like,
Wow, Golden Glider? What
I
a
mean-
weak choice.
I
no,
would
not Golden Glider.
I would pick.
That's tough.
I would pick Lucifer.
Oh, from the Lucifer?
From the Neil Gaiman comic, Lucifer.
I would pick Lucifer
and his series.
because I think we'd have a lot in common.
Would you do him, would you let him do you a favor?
No,
We
I
should
don't need
not
any.
do that.
I don't need any favors.
If he does you, I mean, it doesn't seem like the people that have to pay him back really come out on the bad end of the deal most of the time.
Well, as far as you know, I mean,
yeah.
I don't want to take that chance myself, but
Mine? Cassidy. The
Preacher.
vampire
From
vampire
Preacher?
from Preacher.
who was based on Johnny Rotten from the Sex Pistols, essentially. That's a good choice.
I'll tell you this,
Oh,
if they fuck
I
him
know.
up on that show,
I
well.
hear they did not. The verdict
Well-
is that they did not.
Well, we know by now
Is it out now?
Yeah.
I read that they've got the first 4 episodes are out for critics to screen.
Yeah.
I've heard
And
nothing but good things.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
who'd you go
And
to
I
dinner-
totally get that
So-
critics don't read the comics usually.
Right.
But
Who'd you go-
hey,
my thing is, judge it as a standalone movie or TV show.
yeah.
Don't tell me how to judge.
Okay.
You judge it like this, Shannon.
I figured out who I'd go to dinner with.
Who?
I would go to dinner with Invincible, the main character from the Invincible comic.
Mark.
The kid?
Yeah, Mark. I
It's
forget-
weird you have dinner with somebody you don't know his name.
His name's Mark. I forget his last. Well, do you remember what his last name is in the book? I can't remember.
It's
they don't
also-
ever say his last name.
Marlar.
They do.
I mean, not a lot.
Well, okay. So the guy from that
Invincible.
Jay, did you have an answer?
Did you get one?
I figured it out.
Okay.
I would have dinner with Marvel Cinematic Tony Stark.
Well,
Primarily
No, it's
because
comic books.
So Robert
okay,
Downey.
but even so, even if it's comic book, fuck it. I'm still having dinner with Tony Stark because one, I ain't paying for it.
Oh, he's picking up the bill. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
will.
picking up the bill,
He'd do
but
that, yeah.
but also because the off chance I get to meet Scarlet Witch, Pepper Pot.
You
Pepper's
might-
out.
Yeah.
No, you might meet Mary Jane.
Yeah,
because
like
Mary Jane is now running his
there's going to be
corporation.
an enormous amount of hot redheads at the dinner table.
Points.
Yes,
there.
and
Well,
I mean, and
Why
then,
don't you just want to go to dinner with one of them?
Well, the whole thing is I'm trying to
He wants somebody
maximize.
to pay.
I'm trying to. I want.
You want
the-
multiples?
Yeah, I want the atmosphere and
Multiple poon attacks.
Yeah, and I know Tony would invite female guests.
He would. He would.
Yeah, and so yeah, I would have Tony.
All right, there you go.
All right. Next question.
Grayson.
Like, well, no, like,
And then I get to try on the War Machine armor. I'd be like, "Yo, dude, can I try it on?" I know
He'd
Rhodey's
let
not
you.
here, but
He'd let you.
Grayson was his last name. Mark Grayson.
Well, now that Rhodey's a paralyzed douche.
Oh.
What were you gonna say?
damn.
I was say, my second choice might be the She-Hulk because she's
Ah.
a slut.
Yeah, she gets her, yeah, she'll sleep with anybody.
Let's not shame her. Next question.
She's not real. She's not.
I'm not
real.
shaming. Hey,
All right,
No,
this next question comes from Geoff Linville.
Jeff.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff.
We know Jeff.
Geoff.
Hello, Gio.
Well,
He's
I
a-
say it how it's spelled.
He's a Geoff. Yep.
Dear members, what is your earliest superhero, your earliest real superhero worship, and which toys remind you the most of your childhood?
Thundercats.
All right, I got mine.
Thundercats. Thundercats. Thunder.
Say ho.
fucking
Ho.
cats.
Say ho.
You gotta say ho in there.
Ho!
That's
Fucking
so-
Panthro, man. Panthro was my shit because
Right?
he was the only like
Say it.
you already know where I'm going with this.
You're like Panthro was black.
Panthro was fucking black.
He was gray.
I know, but he
I thought
was
he was blue.
fucking black.
Grayish blue.
Like Panthro was the black. He was a mechanic. He was bald headed
So
and buff.
you like
like
him
that's
because-
a fucking
If
And
you
he had
wait,
those,
wait,
he had
wait,
those
wait, wait,
nunchucks
wait.
that looked
Yeah.
like
You know
fucking-
why you liked him because he was a black plant.
I thought we
Panthro.
did this already. If you had to cast Panthro, who would you cast?
Vin Diesel.
Huh?
Vin
Me.
Diesel. Vin Diesel, right?
Me.
Bing Rames.
I'd guess Jay.
Ving Rhames. The guy's like 73 years old.
He's got the meats.
No, that's Arby's.
But I loved like
Panthro was badass.
Yeah, when
And he
I was a
drove the tank.
kid,
He was my favorite Thundercat.
I wanted
Michael B. Jordan.
Shut up. No. I wanted Panthro the most.
All right.
Next.
Next.
Like honestly, for
Who's
me,
next?
my first conscious memory is like sitting and watching the Super Friends.
Oh yeah.
As my mom and dad,
Yeah.
and I've said this before, moving the stuff into the house, I was sitting on a milk crate and watching the Super Friends on a Saturday morning on another milk crate with my little brother.
Oh.
Yeah, and
nice.
so I've always loved the Super
So the
Friends.
Super Friends for you.
And I like, and when it went into like the
Later, at the Hall of Justice.
That was Ted Knight.
yes.
but yeah, so yeah, that's mine.
Batman and Robin. My mom and my grandma would alternate between Christmas and birthdays buying me the Mego Batman and Robin.
Really?
Because I loved the Batman and Robin cereal that was on TV.
Okay.
And I would be so horribly rough, being like 3 or 4 or 5 years old, so horribly rough on those toys that they would be destroyed by the next holiday. So from the age of at least 3 until I was probably 7 years old, I got a new Batman and Robin every birthday or
Wow.
Christmas. Because
Like Amigo.
Mego, yeah, the Mego
That's
Batman
cool.
and Robin. The Mego Batman was an amazing toy, and I seriously, I remember building Batmobiles out of shoe boxes and whatever else, just because there wasn't one. But
Alright.
it was great.
You go right ahead.
Tony.
Definitely the 90s X-Men cartoon.
It was like
That
a-
was. Oh, man. When I hear that. I hear that riff, when I hear that riff, I'm 11 again, and I'm just like, yes, X-Men is on. Yes.
I wish I'd been 10 years younger when that came out.
Me too. Yeah.
Two things that come to mind is my dad giving me and my brother the 1989 Batman on VHS, like the movie, like yeah.
Oh yeah.
The movie on VHS. The other one is toy wise is the Batcave.
The Mego playset?
No, it wasn't a
Toy
Mego.
Biz.
It was
It
just
was Toy Biz. It was
Toy
Toy
Biz.
Biz.
yeah, I think it was Toy
Oh.
Biz, and like they had like his like computer screen you
Yeah.
could scroll through, and it had like Jack Nicholson's face on it.
Yep.
Ah.
It was Toy
Yeah.
Biz,
That's
1990.
That's right. It was.
That's
Probably
Bob,
1990.
Bob the Goon was the big
Bob
big
the
penny
Goon.
warmer.
And then, like,
the
So
Joker's
I was-
face could
And all the
change shape.
figures were like lumpy as shit. and
Terrible.
Gross.
They were bad.
I think I was 9 when that happened.
Wow.
Give or
Okay.
take.
Gross.
For me,
Shut up.
For me, it was I watched this cartoon and I just was fascinated by it because he had a monkey. And I'm not talking Coast to Coast, but Space Ghost,
Original Space Coast.
Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
And Jason Gleek.
That was the first place I really grabbed a concept of a superhero. But then I'd come home from school, and the reruns of Adam West, Batman.
Oh, yeah.
on. And that was it. My mom always said that I went from Gumby to Batman really quick.
We don't remember that
Yeah.
that Batman show was a new episode every day,
Yes.
5 days a week.
5 days a
I mean,
week.
On Channel 13.
They made-
Channel 13. And, like, I never took that show as
Yeah.
a joke.
I didn't either.
I was like all about
Was
it. I was
that-
like, I'll never forget the one episode where because it always ended with a cliffhanger where fucking Robin's foot
Yeah.
was in a giant clam, and I was like, oh shit, he's gonna die. I better run home from school tomorrow.
Same
that-
bat,
Yeah, you had
same
to.
bat time, same bat.
You
channel.
had to because when it was produced, it was 5 days a week. It was
5 days a
When it
week. They would start.
originally aired.
They would
Yeah.
kick off. They'd kick off the
Wow.
storyline on Monday, and
Yeah.
then it'd be cliffhangers throughout the week. So
Yeah.
you'd have and I remember. Now I didn't see it in first run. Kerry probably did.
I didn't.
You didn't.
No,
So
we all saw it in syndication.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when it was first on, it was 2 days a week.
Yeah, because I was only 3 when it was new.
okay.
Yeah. So it's like 2 days a week, and
yeah.
then. But when we saw it in syndication,
Yeah.
there were so many episodes, like every
Yeah.
fucking day.
Yeah,
Well,
and-
it was. It
Yeah.
was.
You'd come home from school, and there would be Batman and some cartoons for you.
Yeah.
Hosted by a local guy dressed in a captain costume.
Captain
Captain
Cutlass.
Cutlass.
Captain Cutlass or somebody.
Lighthouse 20.
Yeah,
Lighthouse
and,
20.
and he would have a Batman episode for you, and then he'd have a Popeye cartoon,
And then
or
a
something,
and then a Larry Buster Crab Flash short from
But
the 30s.
even better, you got sent off in the morning with another local host who would have Porky Pig cartoons for you and Roadrunner cartoons.
Cat-
And, his Hotel Balderdash.
Hotel Balderdash.
Yeah,
that was
so-
before Lighthouse 20.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway. Yes. Next.
All right, so for this next one, it comes from Alonzo Frias.
No, what's up with Alonzo? Shit, what's
How you
up,
doing,
homie?
Alonzo?
Aw, you. After MCU's
What-
Phase 3 is done.
Wait, time out. What
After
was
what?
that you just did?
Aw, you.
He was answering for Alonzo.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so what's Alonzo's question?
Yeah. Question.
After MCU's Phase 3 is done, what do you think Marvel should do? Work on a Phase 4 and keep going, or reboot?
I've said this
Good
for
question.
years. I think after Infinity War Part 2, you hit the reset button, you blow your cartridge disc out like Nintendo, put it back in, and that's it.
I'd be okay with that.
I'd be okay.
Well,
good
yeah,
with it.
you could easily because
How many times is Chris Evans going to play Captain America?
How many times is Robert Downey Jr.
Exactly.
going to
They're-
play Tony Stark?
Well, he's been doing it for
8,
10
9,
years.
10 times. They're
Yeah.
good.
But here's the thing: is that you ask the Russo brothers about specifically Stark, they'll tell you. I wouldn't want to be the actor that follows.
Oh, no,
RDJ.
No.
It would
So-
be
Neither would
hard.
So
It'd
they
be
said
hard.
we'll probably leave Iron Man alone for a generation, and then bring him back.
Let's ask George
that-
Lazenby
but-
how he felt about stepping
Exactly.
I'm thinking
exactly.
I think I'm like Bond style, like
Stop it,
because
step
Daniel
it in
Craig
his
is a
fucking-
great fucking Bond.
Like stepping in as like after Sean Connery.
yeah,
They already gave us.
Ugh.
They already gave us the answer though. The de-aging technology
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
flawless.
Yeah, that's
at
true.
this point.
The-
Robert Downey Jr.
That
could
shit
play
was
Tony
nuts.
Stark. Robert Downey Jr. could play Tony Stark in his late 40s, early 50s for the rest of his foreseeable life with no trouble.
because here's the problem with Robert Downey Jr. playing Tony Stark. He is Tony Stark.
He really
Well,
is.
he
That's
became-
why you're never
he's-
gonna find
but he's
someone.
not Tony Stark. He became Tony Stark, or Tony Stark became him, because prior to Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark, that wasn't Tony Stark.
No.
True.
He made Tony Stark become Robert Downey Jr.
That's true.
But the essence of what Tony Stark is now, I told you guys when I was at the junket, and I've been in Hall H when he fucking floats in on a magic carpet and just like, you know what I mean, like doesn't give a shit, and he's just, I am Tony Stark, and you think you're at a fucking Stark Expo? Wow. I was in a room with 20 people, and he did the same goddamn thing.
Really?
Just like walked in like, yeah, let's do this shit. Like, like just like full on fucking crazy suits, purple ties, and you're like,
Acting.
that's Tony Stark.
All right.
That's Tony Stark right there.
Yeah.
So question real fast. Who's gonna be harder to replace? Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark or Hugh Jackman as Wolverine?
Both hard.
Both.
Both hard.
mean-
Easier to fill Wolverine shoes, I think.
I think
I would
there's
say
some-
so.
I think that right now, and I think this will be followed up by, I'm going to predict, at this point, we'll already know, but I think Age of Apocalypse is not going to do well in theaters. And this is a
That's
prediction.
bold.
And
That's
I'm not
bold.
saying this is an X-Men fan, a dyed-in-the-wool X-Men
That's
fan who's
bold.
desperate to see this movie.
Yeah.
I think there's a little bit of X-Men fatigue. I think Marvel is not backing X-Men up because they don't own the movie rights to it, so
Yeah.
they're not doing much in the comics.
They
with
really
it.
aren't.
And
They're actually killing them all.
yeah, they're killing off the characters, and they killed Wolverine over a year ago.
Yeah.
It's Old Man Logan because whatever. But
Which is the next Wolverine
I really
movie.
And by
honest-
the way, he died so beautifully.
yeah, he died encased in adamantium. But I think that's just basically they're just going to roll them off until they get the rights back for them, and then they'll
Interesting.
re-energize it.
Interesting.
But I don't think it's
I
going to
would
be hard to
love to see
replace
a
Wolverine.
Now, Wolverine I can see easily replaced.
Or they're not even going to replace him. They're just going to
Well-
write him off and do X-23 for a while.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, you look. It's back to what Jimmy said.
Smart.
Replacing Wolverine, you're putting an actor in the spot of a known character who the actor is acting as the character. But when
Right.
it's the actor is the character
Yeah.
as much as Tony Stark is, Robert Downey
RDJ,
Jr.
yeah.
But-
that makes it way
makes it
harder.
But Hugh Jackman has been Wolverine much longer in many more movies than Robert Downey Jr. has
Right,
been.
but
Iron
but
Man.
what,
Yeah.
but the
Yeah,
gist
I mean-
of this is that Wolverine was already a popular character before
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman played him,
True.
whereas Tony Stark was a C-list Marvel character.
And-
So
Yep, yep,
yeah,
became
because what you're
Robert
saying
Downey
is
Jr.
the character of Tony Stark became Robert Downey Jr. Whereas
They started writing
Hugh
him as Robert
Jackman
Downey Jr. in the
became
comics.
the character of
Yeah, that's true.
Wolverine.
And
it's
you guys-
gonna be weird for both of them. For
Yeah,
real.
it will.
And you guys face it. Robert Downey Jr. is the fucking foundation
of the Marvel
Of-
universe.
of the Marvel
MCU.
Cinematic Universe.
Yes.
He
Yes.
is
Yes.
the fucking
That
foundation.
was quite a coin toss too. To think that they almost went with Ant-Man first.
Really?
He had the rights. That was the first one they were going to fire off, and that's Edgar Wright working on Ant-Man all the way back in 2006.
That's true, that's
yeah,
true.
That's right.
That was the first script in development.
That's true. All right, next.
All right, sweet. Next, we got a question from Brian Don Terry.
Yes.
What's up, Brian?
Oh yeah.
All right, he has a two-part question. First part is,
Tony, you gotta stop.
it would be fun to hear how each of you came into your geekdom.
I was born this way.
Exactly.
Did we answer that question?
That's the thing.
That's a Lady Gaga song. I
wasn't.
I was all.
I was like, I will say I was seriously born a nerd.
I can tell you how it was nurtured. I got sick, and my mom went to get my prescription filled over at the pharmacy in Payson, and she just saw the spinner
The
rack.
spinner
there.
rack.
And she's like, "Oh, this Spider-Man fellow looks interesting." Mm-hmm. And so does this Avengers comic.
Wow.
Right.
And that's where it started.
And,
My-
and actually, that's where it was nurtured for me too. Was
Yeah.
my sainted grandmother,
Yeah.
Margie Blackburn, would just show up at my house, like whenever she came to visit.
Yeah.
Just picking random, and it'd be like, what the fuck, the little devil, what the Archie
Hot Stuff.
hot stuff. And-
That
but
was,
it'd be
that
like,
was a Casper.
yeah, like,
villain.
and like Casper, but it
Yeah.
was also like a mix of like Batman and just like she would bring me like this great grip of comics.
yeah.
Like Yeah.
I can squarely blame my mom for all of this because
Yeah.
when my mom is reading me Superman comics when I'm a little kid,
Yeah.
and I remember asking her about this when I was a teenager. I was like, I remember you vividly, you reading me Superman comics. She was like, yeah, I read Superman comics when I was a kid. So my mom remembers in the 50s reading Bizarro and being pissed off because Supergirl was always being damseled and she hated that. She wanted Supergirl to be able to kick ass like Superman because they had the same powers. So why not, right? Why have her be frail or weak or needing saving? And
she's
she'd
that
talk to
girl.
me, and she talked to me about crypto and the cat and the horse. What was the horse's fucking name? Super
Horse.
Comet.
Comet the Super Horse.
God damn it! It's
So-
Streaky the Super Cat.
Yeah, so my
What are
mom
we even talking
my
about?
mom read all this shit to me when I was a kid, and I also remember because Star Trek was in syndication when I was little.
Yeah.
And my mom would sit there and we'd watch Star Trek
Yeah.
and we'd read comics. I didn't have a chance.
Yeah.
I was fucked. And
Oh,
then my
yeah.
dad, when I wanted to see Rescuers when I was 7, and my dad said, no, we're going to watch this shitty movie called Star Wars. Well, joke's on him.
See, my mom would read me the novelization of Man of Steel, and they said, and then Clark took General Zod's neck and broke the shit out of it.
That's not true.
That's not true.
No? Oh.
That shit was
Because that was
dope.
like 3 years ago.
My mom still reads me to sleep.
Mine came to be by accident. When
When they fucked up that Spider-Man tattoo?
no. Very nice, very nice.
Deadpool.
Get that shit fixed.
No, when my parents divorced when I was 3 years old, and for the first segment, I guess I got my mom got custody of me from kindergarten through 6th grade, and so I was primarily with my mother, and she would go to the nail salon.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, in Culver City, and right next door to the nail salon, and it's still fucking there.
Awesome.
Because when I was in California, Comics Inc. It's now under a different name. I forget the fucking name, but I want to say Comic Juice or something, or I don't know, Comic Bugs, or I don't know. Whatever.
Comic Cooties.
But Comics Inc. in Culver City, California, it was right next door to the nail salon. It was either read copies of Playgirl, because it was a nail salon.
Oh.
Yeah.
They had and
They
I was
had
like,
them.
That was a great interview with Burt Reynolds.
Look at butts.
no,
man
they had
carpet.
nothing but Playgirl
That's
in
funny.
that fucking nail salon. So I was like, I got to get the fuck out of here.
So you'd walk next door.
Yeah, I'd walk next door, and that's how I got into comics.
Awesome.
It was like it was either that or look at dicks all day.
No.
You made the right choice.
Carrie's like,
Well,
you made the right choice.
Absolutely.
Because Carrie hates dicks.
I would have
Exactly.
I would have split my time between the two because
Oh,
Carrie
okay.
likes one dick.
nothing like a
Mild.
well nothing like
I
a,
can't believe I just told that.
there's nothing like a
That's
well
very
photographed
I've always told
penis.
that. I've always told that one part of that story, but left the
You left
Playgirls
the
out.
Playgirls out. That's the new edition.
God damn it.
Tony, I know you stumbled into
No,
your
I don't blame
geekdom
you
when
for
a dying Green Lantern left you his ring.
Yeah, it was a
right.
pretty crazy night.
My name is Ryan Reynolds. I'm sorry for this movie.
So mine was very much like your guys's. My mom has been a Star Trek fan forever and ever.
Yeah.
And so growing up, we always watched Star Trek. We watched
Yeah.
Next Generation. We watched Voyager. We watched
The best one.
Deep Space Nine.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Well,
And
the classics.
I didn't watch the OG series.
Funny.
Oh!
I like the fact that you're using
He's
like
adorable.
slang like OG and stuff.
Yeah.
I can say OG.
yeah,
I
it's
know.
original
Oh, okay.
galactic.
Original Galactic.
Original Galactic.
But and then as far as comic books and stuff go, that was honestly all just me and my friends. I mean, nobody in my family reads comic books besides me.
Oh, there you go.
So yeah, me and my buddy started that, and the X-Men '90s cartoon and the '90s Spider-Man cartoon.
All right.
Great
That's what
gateway.
Kicked it off.
Last question. That's all we have time for is one more. So
All
make it a
right.
good one.
Last one.
Make it a good one.
Ooh.
Make it a ladies.
Roll.
Make it a juicy
Scroll.
Look through it. Decide what you want.
One. Yeah, we're
All
in
right.
no hurry.
Well, I'm kind of curious about the second half of his question. Is
Oh, okay. What?
What
how
was?
each of you came together as a group.
We've answered this.
Yeah,
I've
we
told
But
that
it
story
bears,
a couple
it
times.
bears answering
We can
again.
we can reset it though.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to reset? We're going to get different people to play us?
Yes.
We can retcon. We can retcon.
Reboot. Retcon.
Let me start because, like, okay. So I came together with you in high school, and you called me fucking
Clean boy.
Clean boy.
Yeah.
And then
I was
started.
mean. I was, I seriously, because I look back on this and I realized
No,
that technically I bullied you. I was mean to you.
Yeah.
Because I was a year when I was a senior and you were a junior, I picked on you mercilessly.
Shannon's like,
Yeah, but I didn't give a fuck.
Well, no, but you were really, and it was jealousy because you were really good with ladies. Shannon had.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
Shannon had all the theater girls lined up, basically, and I would walk by and I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm basically the brooding doom lord, and I'm thinking all these chicks should love me. Now they're lined up for Shannon.
No, they were all about Shannon.
And then one day,
then he
I think
blew
it
I was
was
all in my pink.
November. His pink eyes odds. He loved eyes odds.
That's right. I remember that.
But one
You
day,
wore Izod's?
oh yeah.
No, I did. I had
wore
like no.
Izod.
I didn't have
You wore-
Izod's because I couldn't afford that shit.
Oh, you had those Huntsman spectaculars.
you did.
Actually, there was a lot of stuff that I would buy.
It was
from-
like crock of shits.
But you wore the leather jacket over it. You had the biker jacket over it. Yeah.
Well, I remember in my senior year, he's a junior, and I'm looking all over the building for my girlfriend, and she's gone. And I'm like, so about
Vagina.
about 1:30 in the afternoon, she shows up, and I'm like, where you been? And it's like, oh, I decided to skip class and hang out with Shannon at a record store. I'm like, fucking Barnson, clean
Well, there
boy.
we go.
I'm coming for you. No, but
Was that-
we ran into each other about a year later, and you moved into the pink house, and we've been
Yeah,
super
we totally
fucking
made
tight ever
friends.
since. Yeah.
Yeah.
I go hang out with you at the taco maker, and then you introduced me to Kerry, and yeah.
So and the way I met Kerry is, 15 years old,
Yeah.
calling into Radio from Hell as
Shannon the
Shannon
Amazing
Amazing
Sewer Boy.
Boy.
And he would tell us stories about his superhero exploits, about his
And
power.
I'll tell you what,
You know.
even at 15, way funnier than fucking Kyle Brown.
Yes.
You know what's the start? You know what's the
I
start?
don't know.
Shots of
I don't know
fire.
what that's
Shots
funny.
of
remember-
fire.
Why
I
is that
remember-
funny? I don't know.
I remember laying there in bed with my ex-wife and listening to Radio from Hell. So I'm like 19, and I'm listening, and you're calling in, and you're fucking killing it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm going to call in as Captain Magna, your nemesis.
Yes.
And that's it's Jesus.
Threw him right on.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh, it was awesome. And then I started hanging out with Shannon because he ran away from home or some shit.
And yeah,
Let's go hang out.
and every 20
But one
something,
time I ran away from home because like, fuck you people.
every 20 something DJ needs a 15-year-old to crash on his couch.
I couldn't. I can't explain my my
You saw the
my behaviors.
You saw the future.
I must have.
Yeah.
I must have.
Yeah.
Because I was on my first marriage at that time.
No, and I would
And,
I would call Kerry. She's like, God damn, this is like do. That's how you have to call it back then.
That's right.
Yeah.
Touch tone
And I'm
phone.
just like, oh God, these fucking people in West Valley, I can't fucking stand it.
And I'd go, well, come on up.
Come on up.
Yep.
All right, let's go to Lee's Mongolian Barbecue.
In Ogden. Well, and I remember when we started hanging out, the three of us started hanging out, it was because Kerry was going through chemo. He had just had some surgery, and you were told specifically not to make him laugh.
No,
and so
I was.
Well, it should be. I never went through chemo.
You didn't
But-
go through chemo. You
no,
had the
no.
surgery.
But
Okay.
but I had the surgery, and I was on the recovery, and Shannon was essentially banned.
I was
believe,
banned.
from my hotel room. Or
No,
hotel.
from your apartment.
my hospital room and my
no,
apartment.
it was actually your apartment that I was banned from.
Yes,
Because-
because I had left my wife at that time,
And
I-
your girl at the time was like,
Sonia. Yeah,
she's like,
you can't come over.
you can't come over anymore because you make him laugh too hard,
And he's gonna rip his
split.
stitches.
He's gonna slip.
I have a horrible scar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To this day,
because you got cut from
I
stern
blame
to.
I blame its width partially on you.
So, but I will remember these words for the rest of my life. You said to me one day, I'm going over to Kerry's. I've been put on probation. I haven't been allowed in several weeks. I need you to come and stop me from making him laugh. And so I'm standing next to you, and it was Christmas time, and the Christmas tree's
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
and we're all talking, and Shannon's like he's trying to behave himself, but you're just starting to giggle because you know what's coming. And so I'm starting to say the most morbid shit in the world to try to stop this shit from going. And of course, you start laughing your ass off.
Yeah.
And we've been inseparable ever since.
And then I left.
Yeah.
But then we took this. Well, this was a regular thing, and then we thought, well, let's put it on the fucking radio, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And we did Geek Show on the radio for 4 or 5 years, maybe,
Yeah. And when
on an as-needed basis, because that
talked
was
about-
before it was mainstream.
we talk about the
Yeah.
beginnings of Geek Show was going to Indian food
Yeah.
buffets and just bullshit and riffing on The Simpsons and Deep Space Nine for hours
Yeah.
every Saturday,
And then
going on a toy run.
and that's what the show became essentially, just on the radio on an as-needed basis before it was mainstream.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry about your scar.
Well, I do like the part that you
I'll show you
managed to tag your name, your initials, right on that wide part.
No,
It's,
and-
yeah, that's why I won't take my shirt off.
I guess to the next generation of what happened.
Show the
yeah,
next
well, there you go.
generation.
No, it was.
TNG. No,
you
seriously.
You
You
are the
guys-
next generation.
You
Yeah.
guys were the first. No, I
Yes,
think
it's
I think I'm the first, or you guys are the first. I'm the second. I think these two are probably third generation.
No, they're still second.
and so
You got to go 20 years for a generation.
yeah, maybe. But
All right.
Yeah.
We're the millennials.
But what I did was, it's one of my favorite stories to tell because I attribute Bill Murray to why I'm here nowadays. Is I was writing for Slug Magazine, still do. Mm-hmm. They were like, "Do you want to write a story for a movie called Get Low?" Great movie.
Which is a great movie.
yeah,
by
it's a
the
great
way.
movie. Check it out.
Yeah.
It's Robert Duvall and Bill Murray and Lucas Black, I think is his name,
Probably.
from the Fast and Furious movies, whatever. And so I go, I'm super excited, and like 20 minutes before the interview, they're like, "Oh well, Bill Murray slipped in the ice up in Park City, and he hurt his leg, so he's not coming."
Yeah.
And I was like, great. So I'll interview Lucas Black and the director and whatever. Upstairs was an open bar. We're talking like noon.
Yeah.
Which is not,
Yeah.
that's us. And so I go sit, and I'm like, I need a drink, because I was going to interview one of my icons. To this day, I've not interviewed. I mean, I thought for Jungle Book, I might get him. Didn't get, I still have not talked to Bill Murray. All of a sudden, a man in a fedora sits next to me. It's Kerry. And we start talking, and we're like, that's bullshit. You know, like, why can't Bill Murray learn how to walk in the goddamn ice?
Because you're both there for the same reason.
Sure, Bill
Or
Murray.
there to interview Bill Murray.
And so we start talking, and then Kerry says, "Do you know Jeff Weiss?" I go, "Yeah, I know Jeff. Like, you know, we didn't do Big Movie at the time. We knew of each other." And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, you should come up to the basement if you want to watch Geek Show sometime." And like, wow, 2-3 weeks later, give or take.
Well, Jeff vouched for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's not going to steal from you, I promise. So
Little did he know.
I've stolen so much. So I go up there, and then a former panelist had to go do a baptism, and you asked me to. You go, Jimmy, you want to come on the mic? I was never there to be on the mic, and then that day since, I never got off.
Well, no, the first time you were on
Well,
the
I've gotten
mic,
off a lot, but
the
still.
the first time you were ever on the mic was in San Diego.
That was San Diego. That was the years before.
Yeah.
But this was different.
Yeah.
This was something that, and then for like, I remember like 2 or 3 months, like you kept saying, "You want to come? You want to come up again?" I'm like, "Yeah, fuck it, why not? These guys are great." And then it was Catherine Ulrid. He goes, "Are you just a panel member now?" And I go, "I don't know.
I hope
I'm just
so.
gonna
I know
keep
that feeling.
coming back."
And here's the thing about Bill Murray, is that after that day,
Yeah.
it was like a day or so later, I was getting on a plane and going to California,
You told me this. Yeah.
and fucking Bill Murray
Was on the plane?
was not on the plane, but he stuck his head into the plane, just and like looked down the row, you know,
Yeah.
and he's wearing his stupid fucking hat, and he just. That's fucking Bill Murray, and he's just kind of looking around, and he waves and disappears.
You know what? You know what he
Why
waved?
the fuck could Bill Murray just do whatever the
That
fuck he
is-
wants? Because
I
he's
mean,
Bill
that's-
Murray.
Bill
right?
Murray. Bill
That's
Murray
just like
is-
his French fry story.
Yes,
He's my white whale. Like
He's my white superhero.
like if I ever get a junket with him on it, he's gonna disappear.
and then Tony was an intern at the radio show
Yep.
for a while,
Summer of 2009, I believe.
Wow.
and
Holy shit, we've been doing this for so
And
long.
so I
Very long
interned. I
time.
interned for that summer. Had a great time.
and then
And then went back to school to finish my bachelor's.
Yeah, and then
Came up and interned for Jack FM
Yes.
back when Jack FM was
Yes.
there.
Oh boy.
and then
No, I call Jack FM the station killer.
Yeah.
yeah, it is essentially. And then our other producer went away, and I was like, fucking Tony. You know, it just made sense.
And we've been saying fucking Tony ever
Fucking
since.
Tony.
Right?
No, like-
Right? And I said, yes, I will.
And then Jay,
yeah, I owed to 5 people.
Oh, okay.
5 people were instrumental in me being on Geek Show.
Because I was trying to get you on the show for the longest time, and it was like the schedules just weren't working.
Right. Well,
you know?
what had happened? Okay.
Well, Whitney Houston died, so we had to go.
Well,
with
there was
you.
that.
God damn it. No, I was.
You're not hitting the note. You're not hitting it.
I was originally scheduled to do a show at Wise Guys on August 28th of 2012, and then all of a sudden, that show got bumped up, and I D.L. Hughley, who's one of the kings of comedy, and
Yeah.
Hughley.
yeah, Hughley, D.L. Hughley,
Funny
Jesus.
motherfucker.
one of my
Christ.
favorite. Yeah,
He's funny.
He was supposed to headline that weekend, like August 8th or
Yeah.
some shit.
Funny guy and an awesome liberal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Awesomely liberal.
Well, that's why I love him.
seriously, he's very funny.
That's
very,
why I love him,
Very
yeah.
intelligent comedian. And he
political,
all of a sudden he canceled at Wise Guys. He had to cancel because they had a book dropping,
Yeah.
and a book being released. And so Keith Stubbs calls me and says, "Hey, we're going to take your show on August 28th and bump it up to the first weekend of August." Anthony Jeselnik,
Yes.
yes, now has your show on August 28th. I had no choice. Like, Keith wanted to book Anthony Jeselnik, and DL canceled, so I had to fill in. And D.L. Hewley's opener, Steve Wilson, who's part of the D.L. Hewley show, which is a great morning show, came out and to promote the show. It was me headlining with Steve Wilson, and we went on. Keith put me on X96, and I got a chance to hang out with X96, and
we started talking Deadpool.
yeah, because I had a tank top on, and
Yeah.
You had a Spider-Man tank
You had
top
your
on?
Spider-Man tattoo
yeah,
And I was one of the few people to go, oh, Deadpool.
yeah, and then I lifted up my tank top and showed off that I had a GI Joe
Yeah.
Cobra Commander tattoo
Yeah.
tattooed on my.
And I fell in love.
Yeah, and so and the listeners and the internet users were like, "Hey, you should get them on Geek Show."
That's
and
right.
then fast forward to March 20th of 2013.
That's 3 days after St. Patrick's Day.
Boom.
I was still probably sick.
Right on. I don't.
He was still green.
And so far I've already named out of 5: Kerry Jackson, D.L. Hewley, Anthony Jeselnik,
Wow.
and Keith Stubbs.
Wow.
But
You better mention your husband, you son
Nope.
of a bitch.
the 5th person, the most important person that really set this chain of motion into events, Lee George Cade.
Huh?
Motherfucker.
Because he loves his restaurant so much that he had to
That's
work.
right.
Yeah,
You
he
were-
had-
that was in the beginning days.
Yeah, the only reason why I got on this show at the first place was because Lee loves
He was
Frisch.
so busy. Yeah.
He was so busy
I
that he
didn't have
had to
a
work.
choice.
He had to work the restaurant, and then Kerry, I got the email from Kerry that says, "Hey, would you mind coming up?" And
It's my fault.
yeah,
No, I am kidding, Jay, because you have time to get modeling.
Well,
you
it's-
you
this
have
is
you
it.
have you
Hey,
have brought you
this
have
is it.
brought so much to the show,
Yeah.
and just it's been wonderful to have you.
Well, he's
So
not,
I'm sorry you have to go to Hogwarts.
It's not like he's dying. He'll
No,
be
no,
back.
I know.
back.
You know?
I know, but still, you
and
guys are-
around voting time.
Yes,
Yeah.
around Election Day.
I was
And
just like,
congratulations at All Knowing Suit. There might be tears.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
no, there won't be tears. Because I
cry all the
choose,
time.
I choose to celebrate this because I know now what Jay has set forward for his future. And this is a move to be celebrated because he's doing some right things strategically. So while
Yes.
we're going to miss him for the next half year or so, what he's doing is going to make his retirement a far better thing.
Indeed.
So
It's all for Loki
so
Jr.
Well, and
There-
also,
we are
I'm
so
just gonna say,
we are so fucking proud of you for everything you've
We-
done and everything
Yes.
you're going to do.
and we have lost people, but
So-
you're coming back.
Yes.
So we're not
You
losing
know,
you. We're
we-
just misplacing you.
and
I'm
it's-
not going to cry because
I
you know,
cry. I got all my tears out at Salt Lake Comic
You're-
Con.
We're just we're lending you out.
You'll be back, but you didn't
be
name your
back.
goddamn husband as one of your
But,
5
like,
influences,
but Jay,
so that's fine.
here's the thing. Here's the thing.
That's what divorce
Well,
is for.
baby, you know,
Nuh-uh.
we got one of those House of Cards marriages.
Don't look at me. Don't.
Oh, he loves you like a shark loves blood.
But here's the thing, Jay. And I'm just gonna say this flat out.
Oh,
I'm gonna miss you personally.
yes.
But not
I'm gonna miss-
professionally.
I'm gonna miss you professionally. And I'm just gonna fucking miss you.
Oh,
Oh.
let's raise one.
Raise an
one
empty
up.
glass to Jay.
Raise to Jay. He'll be back, and he'll check in every now and then. He will, through letters or video or some kind of communique.
Yeah, I'll send postcards.
But you'll be back.
I'll send nude photos to Jimmy.
Periscope.
But I'm gonna say this: when you move back to Salt Lake City, I want to know where the fuck you live.
Oh, no, none of us know.
I know.
None of us know.
None of us know where you
I
live.
know
fucking
that.
Batman.
What? No, you do
There's
not.
no excitable.
Wait a second. Excitable James.
Excitable James knows exactly
you do
where I
not
live.
know
Do
where
you
live.
really?
Swear to God.
Do you, Jay?
Okay,
So
and we're
let's
not-
get
We're not-
another.
Motherfucker, do not.
We won't put on the mic. We won't
No,
put
no,
on the mic.
no. The
You
fact,
stop that sexy dance and come tell us where he lives.
the fact that Excitable James knows, I just think we got to get another friend. I think we're done with
No,
Jay.
the fact is,
it's
I
hard
got so drunk that I had no choice but to show someone where I live.
to say
we
goodbye.
can't replace Jay. Where are we going to find
No.
another funny black guy in Utah?
Well, we won't.
He's
But
the
we'll
one.
get
He's
Carlos
the one.
Mencia.
The chosen one.
We're going to have some guests come in and keep your seat warm.
Yeah, of course. And I comprised a
And-
list.
And Gina
you put together your
yeah.
replacement list?
Gina Barberi has already said she's going to come in and help when she can.
cool.
Which I love.
So that's great because
I
she,
say that's a permanent replacement. I think we just-
But honestly,
Jimmy, why are you so mad at me right now?
Because you didn't list him as one of your
one
five.
of
Yeah.
the 5.
but Jay, you
But
like
I'm your husband.
But Jimmy.
Nope, we're done.
All right. First of all, there are five.
It's so hard.
There are 5 fingers that make a fist.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I don't want your fist.
Spousal abuse.
Jimmy, you are my fist.
Just
getting
tickle
weird.
it.
You are my powerful black fist.
I want
getting
you to
weird.
know. I want you to know. I'm going to hold your hand. I want you to know. I can hit your notes in that Whitney Houston
you
song.
can't.
Yes, I can.
You are my
Do it
fist.
right now, then.
All right.
No, I'm going to do it later while
Bullshit.
you're sleeping.
Okay. All right. Let's say goodnight. It's San Sho.
Jason
Bull Whitaker, drink Limeritas, lift and all the shit. Let's do it.
Lift more ham.
Nachos.
Mr. B, finish it out.
Gonna miss you, Jay.
Oh, not a more ham?
Nope.
Nice. Nice. Thank you.